Hello friends, my name is Erica. Welcome back to my yarn chat and welcome back to the Frisk Homestead. Today we're gonna talk about this is gonna be a quick episode because we're gonna talk about some of my finished objects for the last 2 weeks and some of my whips and some of the books I've been reading and working on, and actually we're also gonna talk about my goals for 2026, loose goals for 2026. So if you want to find me anywhere else, you can find those links in the description box, and anything I talk about today, I'll put some links down there for you too. So today I am working on my coffee, so grab your coffee and your whip and let's jump right into it. So the first, I've been talking about these for a while. My first finished object is, let me get this fluff off here, is I finished my socks. Last time I think I only had the toe left. And these were going to be for hubby, but for me too, because I steal them. So this is just a knit 2 purl 2 cuff for 20, and I think I did a 50 leg, slip stitch, heel, flap, and gusset, and then I don't remember the name of this yarn. It was quite beautiful, and I bought it at my local yarn store, not too far from here. So these were a quick vanilla socks pattern. Super simple, just stockinette stitch, and so those are finished. So that was really nice to have those off. We've already been wearing them, already had to wash them, and so that was nice to have those completely finished. I think I had a Ravelry page for those. I'm pretty sure I had updated it, so you can check that out. And the next finished object I have, sorry, I'm reaching down for these projects. So the next one that I was working on is I talked about in the last episode, the scarf that I was making for hubby. And it was the camo yarn by I Love This Yarn. And so I finished his scarf and it turned out, he loves it. Finished it up. Really nice. Very warm. Very nice. He loves it. So it's gonna be great. Yep. So I'm pretty sure I had a Ravelry page for this one too. So if you want to see any of the specs on that, I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I think it was just knit across. I think this was a cast on 30, knit across, and then on the way, the pass back, I think I did purl 2, knit 2, all the way across, and then repeated that. Yeah, and it worked up nicely. So I think what I did was I actually held 2 together to make it like a bulky. So, and then I think I knit it on a 6mm hook, or needles I should say. And I did finish, I had an order in my finished piece shop over on the friskhomestead.com. And so if I can remember, I'll try to pop a picture of that. I got that order finished and then I already had it shipped out, so it's gone. And then the last finished object I have is this really pretty market bag. I found this from Hobby Lobby. It's the I Love This Yarn cotton in Rosemary Cottage. And I'm just in love with this colorway. It's so pretty. And so I just made this really cute little market bag. And if I can remember, I'll put it in the description box, the maker I found this tutorial on YouTube, so super simple, really easy, really good. Little market bag. Yeah, so actually, I loved this yarn so much that it's very spring, we are surrounded by ice and snow right now, and it's very cold, and we're going through this snowstorm that's hitting the majority of, the country. And so to see these spring colors just really kind of inspired me. So I just finished writing my first pattern for this year, and I have not released it yet, but I will be releasing it soon. But it is the Primaveral coaster pattern, and I made it in this rosemary cottage, and it is so pretty when it's worked up. It almost, depending on which color you start on, it creates this really pretty spiral, and I'm just in love with it. So I will be releasing this pattern probably next month in February. So I'll send out emails, so if you wanna be in touch for that, you can sign up in the description box. I have my link down there where all the places you can find me. You can sign up for an email, all that good stuff. Keep up with what I've got going on. Join in on whatever I have going on if you want to do that too. Yeah, let's see. Whips are in hibernation at the moment. I actually have so many whips that I didn't bring any in here to talk about, because that's going to be a whole episode all on its own. And today I was just like, okay, let's just talk about all the things that I've finished this week, which has felt, over the last 2 weeks, which has felt really, really good. Especially since, if you don't know, I'm a mama to 8, and I'm a homeschool mom, so a lot of things, a lot going on in this corner of the internet. So, but we like to keep it cozy and have our coffee and our yarn, and I'm so glad that you could come and join me. This also, I guess I didn't talk about this. I made this sweater in 2022, but this week I put this ribbed collar on it, and it feels so much better. I just feel like it looks better. I feel like it feels better. It just looks more finished, and I'm really happy with this little V-neck ribbed section that I created on that. So part of my goals for 2026. Okay. So like I was talking about before, I have a finished piece storefront on Etsy. Okay. I am the Frisk Homestead. We are the Frisk Homestead. I like to sell a lot of my finished pieces over there and in markets, and I just have had a lot of fun doing that for many years. But that also means I have a lot of stash, a lot of yarn. So, goals. In 2026, I will buy yarn when necessary, when fulfilling orders. But my goal for 2026 is to majorly stash down. So I am going to, when I'm not working on orders, my goal is to pick up yarn, maybe decide a project for the yarn that I have, or look it up on Ravelry, because you can do that. You can go into Ravelry and you can pull up specific yarns, and you can look at the projects that are created for those yarns, which is great, fantastic resource. So that's what we're gonna do this year. That is probably, I have a lot of personal goals, but in terms of yarn, one of my major goals is to stash down. And that's what I'd like to do this year. So, having said that, I had this really, and it's not even gonna show up on camera like I want it to. Let me see if I can get, this is like a really beautiful deep forest green with some like almost blacks. It's very tonal, very pretty. And this is Knit Picks Hawthorne fingering, and I'm not seeing any sort of colorway. This is 100-gram skein, so it's 80% superwash and 20% polyamide. So I have an 8-year-old, almost 9, and I have a 10-year-old, 2 boys. They've already expressed interest in socks with this yarn. So I'm like, that's a really good idea. So since I finished this pair, I thought to myself, there won't be a better time for me to go ahead and cast on some more socks, and I can do both of them. Maybe do some shorter socks because they like ankle, so those will be more like shorty socks, so they'll work up fairly quickly. And I think that'll be really, really pretty, and I can get those finished so that I can keep working through my stash for this year. As far as the other goals go, probably will be determined with what whips I have left, because another thing that I would like to do is to pull out as I'm going through all of this stash that I see and have, different tubs and buckets and little bins and baskets. I'm going to see what I have in terms of whips or half-finished objects or anything, pieces of projects. I'm gonna see what I have, try to pare down either frog finish, whatever that may be, and then finish those whips this year as well. Also, I want to really start getting some of my earring patterns and designs out for everyone to be able to have those and take part in making some of those pretties, because I love making earrings, and it's kind of how I got my start in crochet design. I was designing earrings and I fell in love with it, and that was probably 10 years ago. So yeah, the books that I've been working on. So if you're only interested in the yarn, thank you so much for coming. And if you want to take off, I completely understand, because I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the books I'm reading. I just finished, well, I guess it's been probably a week or two. I finished up The Inn on Harmony Island. It was a good book, really good book. And now we are on to Life Among the Savages by Shirley Jackson, which I think that'll be a perfect little book, considering that I have so many kiddos. So I thought that would be a fun little read. So I think this one's more, I think this one's a nonfiction. Yeah, I think it's an autobiography. So I thought it would be really neat kind of read her story and to see what that's about. So I think that's all I had for today. So it's kind of a short one, but if you are affected by this snowstorm and snowed in like we are, I hope you are warm and enjoying your coffee or beverage of choice, and I hope you're surrounded by yarn and love, and I just hope you have a very blessed couple of next weeks while I get ready for February and ready for hopefully ready for spring. And yeah, so stay tuned for the release of my coaster pattern, and happy making, happy whatever it is that you do, and I will see you in the next episode. Thanks, guys.